Good afternoon, class. I am Teacher Allen,
And I am Teacher Irish May.
and we are now in the Lesson 11, The Computer as the Teacher's Tool. In the previous lesson, we saw how the computer can act as a tutor, particularly along a behaviorist and cognitivist approach to learning. But we also saw how certain computer software programs have been developed to foster higher thinking skills and creativity.
In this lesson, we shall again look at the computer, but this time from another perspective, the computer as the teacher's handy tool. It can in fact support the constructivist and social constructivist paradigms of learning.
Constructivism was introduced by Piaget and Brunner. They give stress to knowledge discovery of new meaning, concepts, or principles in the learning process. Various strategies have been suggested to foster knowledge discovery. Among these is making students engage in gathering unorganized information from which they can induce ideas and principles. Students are also asked to apply discovered knowledge to new situations, a process for making their knowledge applicable to real-life situations.
While knowledge is constructed by individual learner in constructivism, knowledge can also be socially constructed. Social constructivism. Social constructivism is an effort to show that the construction of knowledge is governed by social, historical, and cultural context. In effect, this is to say that the learner who can interpret knowledge has a predetermined point of view according to the social perspective of the community or social society he lives in.
The psychologist Vygotsky stressed that learning is affected by social influences. He therefore suggested the interactive process in learning. The more capable adult, or the teacher or the parent or classmate can aid to complement what the learner sees in a given class project.
In addition, Dewey sees language as a medium for social coordination and adaptation. For Dewey, human learning is really human languaging that occurs when students socially share, build, and agree upon meanings and knowledge.
Summary of tool learning perspective. So we have here the learning framework
Constructivism,
and social constructivism. So first, the assumption. So in the constructivism, knowledge is constructed by the individual. In the social constructivism, knowledge is constructed within the social context.
next is the definition of learning. In constructivism, students build their own learning. In social constructivism, students build knowledge influenced by the social context.
In learning strategies, in the constructivism, gather unorganized information to create new concepts or principle, while in the social constructivism, it exchange and share form ideas, stimulates thinking.
Next is the general orientation. In constructivism, personal discovery of knowledge. In social constructivism, students discuss and discover meanings.
We have here an example. In constructivism, 8 to the power of 5 or 8 plus 8 plus 8 plus 8 plus 8. While in the social constructivism, two alternative job offers in option 1 is to 8 hours per day for 6 days or within 1 week. Then the option 2, we have here the 9 hours a day for 5 days or in 1 week. Now, we have here the computer's capabilities. So, given its present-day speed, flexibility, and sophistication, the computer can provide access to information, foster creative social knowledge building, and enhance the communication of the achieved project package.
Without the computer, today's learners may still be assuming the tedious task of low-level information gathering, building and new knowledge packaging, but this is not so, since the modern computer can help teacher and students to focus on more high-level cognitive tasks.
Based on the two learning theories, the teacher can employ the computer as an information tool,
A communication tool,
a constructive tool,
as co-constructive tool,
a situating tool. We will tackle this one by one. First is the informative tool. The computer can provide vast amounts of information in various forms such as text, graphics, sounds, and video. Even multimedia encyclopedias are today available on the internet. The internet itself provides an enormous database from which user can access global information resources that includes the latest news, weather forecast, airline, sports, development, entertainment news, and features, as well as educational information directly useful to learners. The internet on education can be sourced for kinds of educational resources on the internet.
Next is the constructive tool. The computer itself can be used in manipulating information, visualizing one's understanding, and building new knowledge. The Microsoft Word computer program itself is a desktop publishing software that allows users to organize and present their ideas in attractive formats.
Next is the co-constructive tools. Students can use co-constructive tools to work cooperatively and construct a shared understanding of new knowledge. One way to co-construction is the use of the electronic whiteboard where students may post notices to a shared document or whiteboard. Students may also co-edit the same document from their homes.
The Computer-Supported Intentional Learning Environments, or CSILE, is an example of an integrated environment developed by the Ontario Institute for Studies in Education. Within CSILE, students can enter their ideas in notes and respond to each other's ideas. Manifest in the student-generated database are higher-level thinking processes explaining, problem-solving or finding, expertise and development, and literacy improvement.
Lastly, we have situating tool. By means of virtual reality or RS extension systems, the computer can create 3D images on display to give the user the feeling that is situated in the virtual environment. A flight stimulation program is an example of a situating tool which places the user in the stimulated flying environment. To caution users, the computer as a situating tool is news and still undergoing further research and development. That ends our lesson for today. Thank you for listening and God bless.